doom. Spells bail us out. Oh! Great Mother Ionia deck. Yeah, we can let's mess around with Ionia builds. I'll check out chat's version, just because I mean technically the stream title is viewer decks all day. You know, I've got to be looking at viewer decks and updating viewer decks. Yeah, let me just, okay, this is an interesting builds, so let's just update this. You know, like let's go ahead and just update this viewer deck and just change some cards here and just do some of this. And yeah, this is looking good. I think it's coming together. Honestly, Dreadaway is kind of funny. Something like this. Yeah, this looks good. 3 deep meds might be a little too much, but I need to play around with it and kind of like find out what ratioing I'm gonna want. Like Palm is kind of the perfect card for Great Mother. It's just like can buy you an extra turn or two to actually do something. Karmaless Karma deck. Yeah, I mean you can run Karma in this deck. It's an optional card. Draven Caitlyn. Guess I'm just keeping these two. I don't know. I really just want to get my Mirai Great Mother online, because like what the hell are we doing other than that? I mean, what's the point in actually keeping like Warden, right? That deck doesn't really do a lot of early pressure. I think we can totally... Yeah, let's do this. Payfolk's kind of always going to get Mystic Shot here. So the interesting thing about this deck
basically
is
1/8 gay.
Scattered Pod will search for it. Like using Scattered Pod in this deck will actually be really big brain, because like to maximize your odds, you'll have to search for sometimes specific speeds of cards just to hope that it was even created in your deck. For the most part though, I think you just like search for slow and just try to go for like the slow payoff ones.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
Oh, cute little spider. Burst is better on average. Burst is better on average than slow. The problem is that this deck is running a bunch of deep meds, so that's only in some matchups do I actually want to draw a deep med. All right, we're chipping. Dude, Concussive Palm is such a good card. Honestly, I'll harpoon like a Caitlyn or a Draven or something. Hit me up.
Hot on the trail.
Like we take these. We take these every known universe. It feels so good, actually. Did you know Curious Shelfhook makes exact copies? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, where's my Great Mother, dude? What's going on here? These decks are a lot of fun, though, man.
Me miss? Not by a long shot.
Honestly, I mean, using an early Palm wouldn't even be that bad. Just because, like, I mean, these are pretty annoying. And, like, Palm as a 3/2 would actually start getting in attacks here. I think I probably will just use my first Palm on that one. Like, don't even let her get any progress towards this. To be fair, I would also harpoon Caitlyn. Come on, Jesus Christ, guys. Come on, guys. I'm at least trying to be a little subtle about it. Like, kid, Jesus. You just take all the subtlety out of it. Okay. And I'm kind of digging a little bit of open attacking here, actually. I mean, Great Mother is very, very sacrificable. We'll just attack with both of these 3 attack units. So in this deck, we are running, I'm trying out like the Tidal Wave thing. We are running exactly 2 Make It Rains and 1 Tidal Wave, which gives us 63% chance? Yeah, that's right. It's 5 out of 8. Yeah, exactly. It's 5 out of 8.
Lovely's Brew Inspector and their biscuits.
I mean, I guess this attack is kind of like pressure. I don't know if I'm really gaining value out of attacking like this, but it might annoy him. The exact percentage matters. Yeah, not really.
Missing piece?
So usually, yeah, it's just Peacemaker. But I mean, we're fine with that. We're forcing it out.
Protocol.
All right. Yeah, Piltover Peacemaker is pretty solid. Okay. So, the Great Mother has been planted. We've got Deep Med value as well. Deep Med will do some pretty crazy things. A really nice thing about Deep Med is it can't draw itself. And you're always happy to draw more palms in this deck anyway, so it's kind of just like, kind of always good. I think here, I actually just like pre-palm the Caitlyn and sort of just try to shut down his entire attack. We can still zap this turn if we want to zap this turn, but we shouldn't feel like we're in a big hurry to zap. Palm is kind of a nuts card. This card is kind of crazy. Do you consider Tidal Wave as an alternative to Make It Rain? I kind of did when making the deck. Not really. I mean, a tiny bit, but I mean, they're in the deck for pretty different purposes. I don't even know if I like Tidal Wave in this deck. It's not bad in theory as a 1-of though. Like, if you can even get to the second Tidal Wave, it's cute. I think this is basically the only deck in the entire game that can think about running Tidal Wave. Just because it unbricks your Zap, which is nice, as well as like it helps out Scattered Pod stuff. But I mean, even with Tidal Wave, you still kind of have to run Make It Rain. Interesting. He takes the pass there. I think at this point, man, I guess I might just have to Zap. Shadow Assassin before zapping gives me slightly better odds. I could also just Fortune Croaker. Fortune Croaker is actually really non-committal. Plays poorly into like Static Shock kind of hands.
Change fate, but I can see it.
Sometimes you just see Tidal Wave in your mulligan and you're happy with that. Yeah, I'm excited like being able to actually play with Tidal. It's a really cool concept. I mean, it's just like a Bilgewater go hard, but super narrow in function. Make a Tidal Wave deck. This is the Tidal Wave deck. All right, this time banking mana is good. There's no real hurry to play Zap before there. I can play Zap now. Okay, nice. Because like we already have enough spell mana for our thing anyway. Also, there is an argument to just literally blue card here. Just eventually forcing him to Mystic Shot the TF is nice. And this game is going on long enough that this TF will level if he doesn't do anything about it. I kind of like eventually forcing him to do that. At this point, being able to discount deep med is actually a pretty big deal. So I'd like to try to use the Zap spell before then. I think right now what I want to do is I'd probably want to start with either a Croaker or a Shadow Assassin into Zap. Let's see if that changes anything. Because we have odds of just drawing one additional spell here.
Silent as death.
Again, you want to use like the random draw before the targeted draw. It improves your odds a little bit of doing like a double draw. In this case, it actually might not have been worth it, because there might be some spells off of Zap that I would draw that would change that play. But I kind of like that we're just at 20 health still. Like, that's kind of neat. If you like Palm, you should check out this Yasuo card. It's a 4-cost with a body that makes Palm deal 2 damage to an enemy, making it an even better card. Best thing about it, it's kind of underused.
Tea and cookies to go with your dossier, Sheriff?
Yeah, let me just damage the unit that's already stunned. All right, Zap.
Keep up.
Let's see it. Buried in Ice at 3 mana. We need more of a board to be able to use this. We want to just like, we can try to swing for lethal on turn 9 with this, maybe? I mean, he has so much health, it's going to be hard.
Here's my
I mean, it can stall an entire turn, which is nice. But it's not great here.
The dragon lives.
Like, Buried in Ice is for decks that have like wide boards and need to get attacks in. The card is so fucking bad. How is that supposed to be 9 mana?
It doesn't
Yeah.
add up.
This card is kind of expensive. Like, the fact that the board just kind of like comes back is a little awkward. Is there any spell? Is there a spell that I can get off of Great Mother that is a perfect synergy point with Buried in Ice? It's keeping us off high, Sag. He probably has a second flock to do that, honestly. Feel the Rush. Feel the Rush makes sense because you can at least kill them in 1 turn. Rummage. Yeah, just rummage it away. I kind of agree, Panda. What the... No, Feel the Rush is the right answer, because then you can actually maybe just end the game. All right, we're getting closer, guys. Our Zap will draw us a second spell. Then we cast 2, and Deep Med will draw another one. The Iona version really likes drawing 2 Great Mothers, though. I'm waiting for them to fix the bug with Station Archivist. Because currently, Station Archivist doesn't work because it doesn't create the exact copy of the spell. It doesn't create the discounted version. If they change that... Uh-oh. I mean, I guess I'm golding this.
Never lost a fair game.
I mean, I could also just like Buried in Ice right there.
Dead in their tracks.
I don't know. I might have had to just Buried in Ice there. It feels so awkward because he can just kill me on the open attack like 2 turns from now.
Just as I suspected.
I think I'd rather use Buried in Ice after my development next turn and just hope I get like Feel the Rush or something off of Zap, I guess. All right, what the hell is my game plan here? I wish Buried was anything else.
Cannot escape.
Like, I would have taken like a fucking Brood Awakening here. Brood Awakening would have been aight. Yeah, I should have used Buried there at least. It would have been better than holding on to it.
Gotta trust your instincts.
I'm at least like stopping 1 attack. And maybe that would have done something. All right. I'm sure we Fraud also gets to create more decimates. Yeah, exactly. If we burden us with Fraud, we're also creating more decimates in a sand, which is hilarious.
Name groundwork.
All right. So we've got to play 2 spells on the same turn. All right.
The order rewards.
Okay. Tidal wave.
Shadow.
Fucking tidal wave, I swear to God. I hate tidal wave so much. Tidal wave is such copium in this deck, guys. There's no way it's tidal wave. It literally can't be. All right. Sweet. Some treasure downed. I mean, I'll keep it in the deck for at least a few games. It is nice to have in your opening hand in some matchups for sure. All right. And now, I mean, I guess we're just zapping. We drew the 3rd palm, so we can technically kind of survive a little bit. My favorite kind of surviving.
Like a fish in water.
All right. Another Make It Rain. I could cut Make It Rain out of this version. I mean, there's an argument to do that. Next spell will be good, Copium. Yeah, next spell for sure, guys. Next spell for sure. I mean, I think at this point we're just deep medding. This 5-minute deep med does not feel hot, guys. But I mean, we could draw things at fast speed that can just save us next turn, right? It's not impossible. If we play 2 spells here, like, we don't want to use any of our spells this turn is kind of the only problem. I could deep med off of his open attack, because then we still have palm mana. We actually have enough mana to deep med at the start of next turn, so I think I can actually probably Croaker into Tasty here, even if we're not banking full.
For silver I talk, for gold I
Buried last 2 turns. Yeah, but I don't want to use any other spell this turn. And like, we already have a way to beat open attack with palm. We kind of have to save Buried to like kill him, I think. Like, otherwise we are putting him on 0 clock right now. And I think the clock is a little too important. Yeah, I think Tasty's fine.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Switch Make It Rain for Homecoming. Yeah, Homecoming is not bad. Another cute thing about Homecoming is like theoretically in like super grindy matchups, you can actually like rebounce your Mirai, which won't matter in most matchups, but it actually could in like the grindy ones. All right. I'll try it. I'll try it. I mean, when Make It Rain gets out of the deck, the Tidal Wave does obviously get better. You can bounce Zap too. Yeah, you can also bounce Zap too. I agree, for sure. Okay. All right. This is fine, guys. You just stay alive here. It's that simple. You're just gonna palm the Pharaon, set up a big board. All right, we're 1 blocker short off of his open attack. I could use a Make It Rain here. I think I'll just believe that the Make It Rain hits the Archivist on his open attack, though. All right, pods are helping. Pods are coming in huge. Because I always Make It Rain here, and then Deep Med will be discounted next turn no matter what, right? Yeah, I have to Make It Rain here no matter what. Sometimes it just saves me some damage. All right, that's fine. I'm killing this treasure. I mean, so we can pod here and then play the discounted Deep Meditation next turn. All we need is something that just like slaps the shit out of him, right? Okay, yeah, that's gonna work for me. But this is actually cool. We can run Karma too. Karma is definitely fine. That's basically just like a magic deck for games that actually can go super slow. The question is like, how many of these spells? So what do we take here? If we draw a slow, it'll probably be Tidal Wave. And at this point, if I just like Tidal Wave down the board, we're probably fine, right? I don't even really need to rely on the spells here. You pretty much just could do Staccato Bob for slow like most of the time. Yeah, even the thing that's nice about Tidal Wave is like even the second form is good, right? Like Crashing Wave is already good. And then the third one gets nuts, of course. But like dealing 2 to 4 randomly targeted enemies like will pretty much wipe this board, right?
Not ours.
Poor Scattered Pod, you will be missed. I mean, if I get to the last wave, then we're pretty much winning, right? This is so wild. So I mean, I could just wave and then sometimes Zap draws me the other one, or Deep Meditation draws me the third one. I mean, it looks like I'm always starting with Crashing Wave here first, literally no matter what. And then it just like I'm only increasing my deep med outs when that happens, right? 6 health is safe. Can it go face? I think Tidal Wave and Crashing Wave can't go face. The third one deals additional damage to face, like Pack Your Bags does. All right. So to maximize my odds, it looks like it's actually I use the Fortune Cooker first and then the Deep Meditation after that, because I don't have enough mana to like 2 mana is not enough to use anything that the Deep Meditation could get us anyway, right? So Croaker first, then Deep Meditation after. I'm not banking any mana. All right, here goes nothing. Okay, this is free.
You pay, I talk to spirits. These are my rules.
Progress is really interesting.
Closing in on the mark. No backup needed.
A misstep.
Why not Zap here? Because I don't have enough mana for both Deep Med, Zap, plus the spell, guys. Like the 2 mana, so look at our mana right now. We have 2 floating mana. We know Deep Med's gonna draw us 3 mana cards, right? Zap costs 3 mana total. And we know we were 1 mana short of being able to play Deep Med plus Burden Eyes plus spell or Deep Med double spell. The Croaker doesn't stop any mana points, and playing it before the draw just makes a bit more sense. Progress Day can't make sense, right? Like Deep Meditation has to make more sense. Burden Ice might be safer. So Burden Ice buys us a turn, but when the Fron comes back, we're dead to the Decimates no matter what. That's the thing. I mean, either way, if we open attack on the final turn, God, maybe I do actually just push 4 damage here. Because if I deepen Burden Ice right now, we open attack for lethal, that could work. I think I have to deep though. A 3 mana Monster Harpoon. That's nuts. Okay, these were not good draws, guys. These were no good. Well, I guess I'm using ice. I guess somehow we're just gonna have to kill him real fast. Yeah, these 2 spells were so bad. These did not help at all. All right. This I'm actually okay with. I mean, he's down to a 1-card hand now. So here I'm literally just Burden Ice.
I'm basically
And then I just set up a board. We don't have open attack, but we do have an elusive here. So in 2 turns from now, we're just trying to kill him with elusive damage. His entire board is going to come back, including the Fron, including the Decimates. But if we have elusive damage, I mean, back to back will deal extra elusive damage. We're going for the elusive win con now. Back to elusives. Just as it was always meant to be. Discounted Deep Med again. I like it. Wait. I mean, Zap's elusive. We've got Poggers Day as well. All right. This is actually a little nasty. We could nut out here with draws. We could nut out here with draws, guys. It's actually possible. We have so much draw. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've got back-to-back. The thing is, his units are coming back on our open attack, guys. So, like, non-elusive bodies don't do damage on our attack. I think, I actually don't know if I have enough mana for Progress Day, do I? What is Progress Day drawing for us? If Progress Day draws us a Flash Bomb for Scattered Pod, then that's kind of like losing us the game. Zap Sprayfin has to make more sense.
Keep up, keep up.
Okay, we got the wave. I don't know how much this is doing. He's getting the Decimates right away. So if we open attack and wave after, we can kill him between his Decimates if he doesn't have a Mystic Shot. So right now we're threatening 7 damage. Back to back gives us a total of 13. And Colossal Wave is actually lethal if he doesn't have a Mystic Shot between his Decimates. I could also literally play it right now and beat hands of Mystic Shot. This is so crazy. I don't even need to play any more spells, right? We're beating most things. And this also enables 0 mana Monster Harpoon. If he tries to overriding one of his things with the unit, I can actually just kill it for 0 mana right now. I fucking love Grave Mother decks, dude. The scary thing right now is drawing a Flash Bomb and having it like knock Pod into like flock range, because then we lose to like a lot of those hands for no reason. I think I can just pass now, right? Deep Med isn't going to be discounted next turn. Oh god, this is so weird. It's probably safer to Deep Med here before passing. Yeah, I still have Progress Day for the attack next turn, but I think Deep Medding here is safe. Wait, this Monster Harpoon's not discounted. It has to see it to get discounted? All right, that's a scam. Okay, I mean, I will just harpoon that. Shadow Flare, yay. Yeah, Shadow Flare, yay.
Me miss? Not
That's
by a long
actually
shot.
so sad. That actually just might have had to have been wrong. So I can just tank one of the sources of damage, right? The 3 damage can't make a difference unless he top decks something weird. Yeah, so we should be good here. Oh, it's the main deck harpoon? Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm an idiot. Jesus.
One step
So I
ahead.
get the Ferron Decimates, but they won't come in time, right? All right. Oh, no way. All right, 2 flash bombs. We're probably drawing into them off of progress days. So there's the Decimates. He doesn't have a single elusive. Oh shit, Aloof goes off again. Monster Harpoon saves me though. Please. Okay, the Caitlyn trap would have been so scary there. And we just open attack with a casual back-to-back.
Let's do
Hang on.
this.
Just a little, just a tiny little slow roll. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Let me have it. This one time, please. Oh, we're good. What an easy game. Oh, dude, I fucking love Mirai, dude. Mirai Great Mother's amazing. All right. Yeah, like palms are so important for this archetype. And Tasty Fey Folk I think is good too. Although maybe in this meta I could cut down on it. Holy shit. All right, let's cut those fucking make it rains out of here. Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. We're Tidal waivers all the way. What was the predict version earlier? I might want to try that one because I looked at it and I said it like looked pretty good, and I actually might want to try it. Yeah, it was this one, which I'm all right with. You know, the ratios feel pretty good here. Great Mother, good one day. Copium. It's gotta be one day. One day. I just want it to work, man. Great Mother and PNZ for Station Archivist. It's currently bugged. Archivist doesn't create an exact copy of the mana discounted one. Would he use that on Scion? And then he rallies and kills us, guys. He literally has... We see his lethal if he uses it on Scion. If we kill his Scion, he kills us that turn. We don't have no blockers. Caitlyn, Teemo. All right. So we keep Make It Rain. We kill the Teemo. A little early pressure. I actually think in this matchup, I actually have to keep both the Mariah Wardens, I think early pressure is kind of like the only thing we can do here. That deck does have a bit of a problem with aggression. We just go aggro. We just turn into the aggro deck here, right? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just play the Teemo. I'll literally solo Make It Rain the Teemo. I don't give a shit. Yeah, just open attack with that shit.
They'll never know what hit them.
Head it up. All right. So yeah, this is probably an elixir or a troll chant, but I mean, we're fine trading that either way. It's like a forced exchange. Make It Rain literally can't do anything but force those out in this matchup.
More mushrooms.
All right. I can still threaten it with Merciless. You know, that's nice. Just kill Teemo. Ooh, that could change things a little bit. Open passing here isn't the worst ever. It's really exploitable in his deck. I think I still go into Hunter that actually. Oh god, could I actually save saving Hunter for Caitlyn might actually be better. This is like literally the only other thing the second main rain will do in this matchup.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Art is gonna make a meal of them.
We'll get our
All right, I mean he can save it with Troll Chant if he really wants here. So if he has a second Teemo, then I'm very happy I did it this way.
Oh, with mushrooms.
Okay. This is nice. He shuffles Puff Caps into our deck, but then we make our deck bigger with Great Mother, right? It's the ultimate counter. Think about it.
Hot on the trail.
Yeah, that was always gonna happen. There's pretty much nothing I'm doing here for value. I could just like Preservarium now. Preservarium in this matchup is kind of not great. I do want to like a chump blocker into Caitlyn. I guess I just like Mariah Warden first then.
Hello, new best friend.
Like I have to, it's kind of weird, but I have to favor my health so much in this matchup that I just need to start chump blocking the quick attacks, because he starts killing you through your health really fast, and we're not going to do very much with chump blockers outside of this anyway. So that's one way you have to play around like Teemo Caitlyn, just like, or any Teemo deck in general. Just protect your health as much as humanly possible. So we want to save our predicts for when there's more like flash bombs being shuffled in, but we always have more predicts, so it's kind of like just safe to do that. I think I can use the first predict now. Yeah, getting the bombs online early would actually be good here. So I'll just shuffle. Predicts, of course, kind of countered Caitlyn because they shuffled the cards in deck, which means the flash bombs that she's targeting in the top 10 cards of my deck are now shuffled into a 36 card deck. So we never draw those. And our Great Mother's online. So ideally, it would be a little bit better to use Great Mother here after he shuffles anything else into the deck. Him stalling out is only good for me, but we don't really have an attack here because Caitlyn might have a free strike if he blocks. Only if he's committing a valuable spell. I think open attacking here is actually perfectly fine. Okay, perfect. So the Peacemaker's committed, and now we're gonna get like a shuffle four basically. So I think we Great Mother now, and then we predict next turn after the Caitlyn attacks, which will shuffle together all the flash bomb traps he's put so far. So now our deck is 40 cards. Look at our big fucking deck. It's the ultimate counter, guys. Like, how can I draw the puff caps if my deck just keeps getting bigger? All right, like I'm not drawing shit. What is he doing? All right, so we're gonna wait until the Caitlyn attacks, and then we're just gonna reshuffle it again. So I'll play the Mariah Warden here. Again, a little bit more value on trump blockers. Looks good.
More than anyone else has. Great.
Let's investigate.
I mean, Armed Gearhead is better than this.
Currents, keep me.
All right, and now that he's put more traps on my deck, now we just shuffle the top cards again. All right, out of here traps. You know, oh man, I guess like the other Chronomancer is actually probably the most valuable thing here. Killing the board with a red card and like sweepers is actually good because we have bombs in our deck too. This one's actually hard. I think it's actually just like chaining Chronomancers, as weird as that is. Because like we have more outs to the Mariah buffed cards. I think I do have to Preservarium here though. It kind of sucks that we are drawing, and drawing is kind of the last thing you want to do against that deck, but I mean, that's why traps are good, because drawing is a good thing that you need to do. Like, we don't really have a choice. But his Caitlyn's 1 out of 5, dude. Like, his Caitlyn's so sad. Yeah, go for it. We're probably drawing a couple traps here, but probably not more than like 1 or 2. Because like, our deck is so big. Yeah, we drew 0. Our deck is so big, and we shuffled away the flash bombs from the top. Like, this guy is so sad.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Okay, there's 1 flash bomb. All right, so we've got a lot of resources. I mean, we haven't drawn our any of our spells from Mariah yet, but that's okay. You know, we've got more predicts. So I think, I mean, we do just want to start gaining value out of the board. Our board is actually just kind of like, we just want to start trading this down because our board is full and we have more units. His deck has a lot more spells than units. So I think I actually just might do like a full open attack here. And just like damage his things, give myself room to redevelop, because I want to probably play like a double development here at least. Like, any damage we deal to his units is going to be useful because we're killing them with like red card and make it rain. I don't think there's any of these units that we don't need to attack. Like, we'd have nothing that rebounces our Great Mother, so there's no reason to keep it back. Zillion is probably worth keeping back.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
I'm sorry to say, time isn't really.
I think that's about it though.
Turning yourself in?
He does get an extra Caitlyn strike off of this, but I think it has a really hard time mattering because we're just like reshuffling anyway. This game is going to go long, but I mean, we have to kill her eventually.
The trap is set.
My work.
All right.
Prime and ready.
So yeah, we're going to need our Great Mother cards to give us some kind of win condition here, ideally. That'd be nice.
A ticket to the gun show.
I might have to TF for red card. Like, I will kind of eventually just going to need to deal with his board. Earlier TF is a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, it kind of has to be red card no matter what here. We could predict first because we've got so many predicts. His Caitlyn did get a strike off. Yeah, we've got more than enough predicts. Let's predict first, see if he plays something else into red card. Okay, and Time Bomb is really good. So Destiny's Call is hilarious, I know. But we just need to deal with his board, and Time Bomb just hitting everything for 1 is kind of what we need right now. Destiny's Call, I mean, we'll get it later. Like, this, the raw stats aren't going to do anything when they're not combined with anything.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
Alright, so we can red card now. 3 mana Destiny's Call. Guys, Destiny's Call is such a useless card. Like, stats. Stats that you have to manually play from hand are so awkward. Alright, that's fine. We can predict more. We can shuffle more in. That's okay. Works for me.
Here's my calling card.
There they go.
Okay. So we know Time Bomb's going to be at the top. I mean, in theory, if our Make It Rain hits Caitlyn now, we can't be unhappy. Because in theory, she could actually do like a turbo level. So I think this is probably the best Make It Rain we're getting right now. Unless he drew a Teemo and is like doing a really weird thing. All right. And taking off the Caitlyn, like, I'm very happy about that. We're forcing... Yeah, that's totally fine. He's down to a 2-card hand now.
An auspicious season.
All right. And this is totally fine. This is why we have the Time Bomb. We're just going to basically grind out and kill his units. So my health matters. And I don't want, like, if he's smart, he could do like a full wide attack and just like push some additional damage. Because I only have 3 blockers, which is a little bad. I want to play a unit here, but I don't want to predict because right now I have Time Bomb on top. I think I can actually just play the hired gun at this point just to have a unit, just in case. Yeah, my Nexus health is too important in this matchup.
Top of the bounty board today.
Can you improve perfection?
It's a little sad having to like waste hired gun like that, but it's less important than wasting the predicts here. All right, we can just outgame this guy, dude. I think we're just pogging this matchup.
Prime and ready. Join me if you want to live.
All right, so Caitlyn's level does start getting a little bit scary. I think at this point, I do want to shuffle after the flash bombs. So how many flash bombs are in the top like 8 cards in my deck right now? He used Peacemaker and I haven't shuffled since then. And his Caitlyn also blocked the Gearhead on the same turn, but I shuffled right after that. So we're currently on 1 set of predicts. I don't have enough predicts in my hands. I'm actually kind of never going to run out of predicts in my hands. I think I just use the Time Bomb now, actually. Unless I get super, super unlucky, this is fine. That's totally fine. Zap will draw us the guaranteed Great Mother because we used both Make It Rains in this deck, in this game. Unless I'm remembering. Yeah, burn me out, dude. I don't give a shit. So a 4-wide block into his 5-wide attack. I'm perfectly fine with that. We can let him swing. And I'll happily trade down the Zillion
basically
here.
1/8 gay.
I mean, I don't give a shit about Zillion's level. We're just stalling him out. We're grinding him out with the Great Mother attack. Yo, Twin Radiant. Thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, and this one, oh, he's not even like forcing more blocks than this. So I mean, the Peddler he's attacking with because it's dead no matter what anyway. The funny thing is there's kind of like no reason for me to not block it just because like I have kind of more units than I know what to do with anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna run out of units, so I think this is perfectly fine. Just like protects my health. All right, so an important thing here is to be able to maximize the amount of the buff cards we're getting off of Mirai. We know we have Destiny's Call and 4 mystery cards. We want to use our predicts before the zap, right? Because we want to draw into them naturally before we hit the one that's guaranteed. Because if I use zap first, it lowers the odds of the predicts happening, but nothing can lower the odds of zap happening. So now that the Caitlyn has struck, and 2 times since we last predicted, now we go in for another predict. Oh, yeah. Is this even good? God, is the other Time Bomb better again? I mean, Strong Arm will work.
Did I freeze time
God.
again?
I mean, the other Time Bomb just seems better here. The War Mother's Call does nothing. I just want to blow up his board, guys. Like, Time Bomb actually... Like, okay, we'll get the spells later, guys. We'll get the spells later, but Time Bomb is actually useful here. Guys, we don't have big units in this deck for War Mother unless we, like, literally hit Dread away. Guys. We'll get the spells later. We have plenty of time. It's okay. This is why predicting is good. Woo, we pop off afterwards. I think at this point, I think it's actually perfectly safe to use my zap now. Like we can use zap for one of them.
Keep up.
Okay, and this is our other card, Vanguard's Edge. Okay, we get a free attack in Blade Dance 3. I don't know what that's doing. War Mother's helps with shrooms. No, it doesn't. Guys,
Examining
like
the evidence.
the odds of shrooms that I'm drawing are the same every turn. Oh, we take those. All right, so Caitlyn levels here, but we have triple time bomb, so we're just kind of good.
And my aim is excellent.
All 4 spells so far have been useless. Yeah, but
This would be a good
I mean, think how cool it would be if they weren't useless, you know? Like, I mean, these time bombs are winning us the game. What do you say about that? Time bombs looking pretty good.
Prime and ready.
Oh, that's not useless. Wait, my board is full. That is kind of useless. I mean, let me just free up the space here. But I really wanted to draw a Caitlyn trap or something. I mean, it's fine. His entire board is just dying to the time bombs. There's no way he can actually over the top burn me. Start with free attack. I mean, you can start with free attack here. I think it's pretty awkward to do that, but I have enough if I just like override the ancient prep here with my other time bomb. That could push lethal this turn. It's possible. I did just draw my gangplank that I just set to a 1 of. Kind of need to kill this Caitlyn or we're gonna have problems. All right, this is why we have to play protective over an XSL.
present and future.
Is this deck competitive? It seems consistent and has high roll opportunity. I wouldn't call this deck competitive. Mogwai probably would. This deck is like, I mean, it'll have less than a 50% win rate. Put it that way. Like, I don't know. Competitive means different things to different people, right? Like, I wouldn't try to climb to like masters with this, but it's not like it's not the literal worst deck. You will actually steal some wins, right? Like, there's no universal metric for what it means to be competitive. So, time bomb timing out kills the Caitlyn. I need to remove this as a threat. I mean, right now I still have enough. I think I can just do the Vanguard's Edge here. The thing is that's really awkward is that if I let Caitlyn strike one more time, then he can't actually burn me out because that deals 4 damage, which is kind of crazy. I really wish I had one more board space, but without accelerating the time bomb, there's not really a way to. And Vanguard's Edge will always allow Caitlyn to block and potentially just kill me this round. I mean, we don't have quite enough for lethal even if I use a Field of Rush here. I can use Zap Spray Fin. We know what the other spells in our deck are. We know all of them. We know Destinies and War Mother's Call are both in the deck, right? Just summon the Gangplank.
The flames nor the depths could claim me.
This gives us probably the best odds, and Strong Arm, which just grabs a follower from his hand. I mean, sometimes we can try to push for lethals here, but letting that Caitlyn strike one more time is just, oh my god, it's 10-9. What is happening this game?
You dare slack on my
So it looks like we're just passing. I mean, I need the Caitlyn to die before I do anything else. If he saves the Caitlyn here, then I don't have the ability to lethal him anymore, which is a problem. I just need to not draw that many traps. This is so losable. Zap attack? Yeah, I mean, I can attack with Zap here. We're not...
time is wasting.
I don't think that can ever matter, homies. Like, what does the 2 Nexus damage do here, guys?
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
All right, so... Hey, look, because we passed without attacking with Zap, now we have a chance to kill the Caitlyn with the vulnerable that we gave it earlier, right? Like, we're always killing him on turn 11 no matter what. Zap attack, the Nexus damage doesn't do anything here. We can't kill him on turn 10 and we can't miss the kill on 11, right? So you have to be thinking about like whether the problem is like this deals a lot of damage to the face, like killing the Nexus here. It might actually be not worth killing this. I mean, I'm drawing probably, I have a 25 card deck. The math on this is weird.
I suppose soon should be now.
It just comes down to like how many traps I'm drawing here compared to how many traps were active that turn. Yeah, that's bad. Because his burn over the top probably should just kill me here now.
It won't do any good.
Like all he needs is basically any spell.
Laying the groundwork.
Revitalizing Roar was last game. This is so sad. We have the Zap spells, but none of them can really make a difference, right? I mean, if we're trying to dodge lethal, then the best thing is to predict for one of the spells, technically.
Did I freeze time again? Oh dear.
because we know he put some puff caps before we shuffled the calls into our deck. So these are less likely to have puff caps on them than any other card in my deck, right? So if I put this at the top of my deck and shuffle the traps that Caitlyn just put there, it gives us a bit of a chance of surviving. Yeah, he's got a few more traps here. I mean, is there any free attack that makes any difference at all? We can try this. We maximize our odds of staying alive like this.
Pay debt.
All right. I mean, he's at 9. So we're just gonna draw as few as possible by putting the call on top. We're gonna open attack with the biggest board possible. And that's the only way to maximize our odds here. Vanguard's Edge. I can use one Vanguard's Edge there. What am I using it on? It'll never matter with the Gangplank Edge. It does make a difference whether I open attack or not. So I guess there's a call to use Vanguard's Edge. Yeah, sure. But the only thing that matters here, so guys, we're always gonna kill him on turn 11, right? The only thing that matters here is reducing as much as possible the odds that he kills us here. The one thing we could have done was kill Caitlyn last turn instead of letting her attack this turn. And the math on that was actually pretty close. But the only thing that was important here is like that we predicted the War Mother's Call to the top of our deck, because this card technically has slightly less chance of having traps on it than a lot of other cards. So don't take as much here. And now we just have to hope he doesn't have the Mystic Shot, basically. Okay, we got him. And we're good. So I think basically everything we did there was really, really necessary, right? Like it seems really weird to think about, but the most important thing is just that we're maximizing our ability to survive, because we knew no matter what, we were going to kill him on turn 11 because he doesn't have enough blockers and his health was at 10. Skipping the zap attack on turn 9 is important because it gives us the option of being able to drag with the Caitlyn if he does something like, yeah, that troll chance, or just heals the Caitlyn with something. I think I ended up not taking that option, but I think I should have, because we had a 25 card deck. We had 55 shrooms in the deck, and the Preservarium was going off. The Caitlyn was at 4 strike triggers, and it's just a game of the odds of whether she'll be at 4 or more. And it was a bit more likely she would have been at 4 or more. So taking the Gangplank attack on the Caitlyn was probably slightly proper, although it does play into a freeze at that point. And then after that, I mean, we can't really use stuff like War Mother's Call because we know for a fact that our only ability to kill him is on turn 11. In fact, we knew that since like turn 5, by the way. We were never killing him before turn 11, even as early as like turn 5. Because we don't have over the top. We could have used like Field of Rush or Destiny's Call earlier, but he always had at least one blocker for big dumb unit on every step of the way, right? If we hadn't drawn Gangplank exactly when we did, and Field of Rush could have pulled an overwhelmed Gangplank, then we could have played that a little bit differently. But we had to do basically everything that we did there, guys. Like, chat would have lost that game like 20 times over. Yeah, like it's just about like minimizing the trap damage by understanding the probability of like each draw at any given point in time. It's actually a really cool matchup to play, honestly.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Hey, Swim Tie for the great content, man.
Yo, no problem, dude. I appreciate the sub, Hell Snowwolf. All right, Draven Scion. Fuck. Shit, don't fucking brawl me about me with that deck, you fucking little bitch. Oh, I mean, we can't win these. Come on, that's just not happening. I mean, Mariah Warden doesn't even have like a really good blocking stat line into this, right? Oh god, these cards suck. Field Rush can pull from hand too. Oh yeah. No, you're right. I actually did forget Field Rush can pull from hand too. Might have been an unnecessary risk, but like I could have gone in for it. It's just like, how does it actually calculate the odds of what it'll pull? Because we had 1 Gangplank, 2 Zillion, and 3 TF. At that point, I'd played exactly 1 Zillion and 1 TF, so we had 4 champions to pull from. All right. I mean, he skips turn 1. When Draven Scion skips turn 1, I feel very happy. Okay. That's a good turn 2 for us too, because that's, yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's a really, really slow turn 2, actually.
Oh, I've never
I don't even
been
mind
like you.
chump blocking this Grenadier, actually. Oddly enough. Probably wouldn't do it in this
Let
case.
me see.
Yeah, this is winnable. This is winnable. We actually have a good hand too. All right. The value of trump blocks in this matchup, in this hand state, are going to be a little bit high. His hand is looking, yeah, I think I take the 3. If I had like another source of jump blocker here, like if I had a second warden, then I would definitely block the Grenadier for the same reason I did last game, right? But in this case, this game's gonna go on late. Health is gonna matter a little bit less. Third one of those is not what I wanted to see. Yeah, third is too much for this hand. Yikes. But yeah, honestly, using Preservarium on 3 and then Mirai on 4 is kind of like a cute sequence because the Preservarium will pop on 5 in like the first turn, which so it just doubles the odds of being able to get the spells online. Missed Lyric Omega lol. Okay, double Great Mother. Honestly, given his starting hand is super slow, double Great Mother is amazing for us. And this is yeah, this is why we didn't block with the Hatchling. I mean, in this case, like the Chompers will eat the Hatchling for a couple of turns, but it doesn't really matter. Like it's still, we need blockers against this board, basically. No reason to do anything fancy.
Waters nurture the Mirai.
All right, double Mother, boys. This is it. We are popping off. This game is so ours. Dude, I love this deck. I love this deck so much. Props to, I literally don't know who submitted this deck. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to look at your guys' names when I was pulling up deck lists, but I missed this one. Which one of you guys was it? Who submitted this one? Because it's like, it's pretty close to the version of Mirai Shurima I built. It's a bit more fun though. Like, I think this one's actually better than the Theorycraft version I made. Don't the Make It Rains get in the way of this deck? Nope. They dilute the odds a little bit, but it's too important. Like, you could argue it could be 1 Make It Rain instead of 2, but the thing is, because Mirai shuffles so many into your deck, spells only dilute the pool a little bit, and obviously that's not ideal. Oh, what an easy game! He loses. It's over. GG. What? Fucking eat shit, dude. Like this. God, if we lost this at this point, that would actually be really bad. I'd have to delete the deck at that point, right? Holy shit. Tournament ready? Yeah, tournament ready, baby. Does Zillion actually help and work in this deck? Hell yeah. Zillion is not like a good champion, but he's, I guess I'll say, underrated. I mean, he's definitely not as bad as many of the champions in the game. He's better than Echo, for example. A lot better than Echo, actually. All right, I mean, I'm just gonna run more of this shit, so good luck.
Experience grants wisdom and strength.
Glorious Evolution, pretty good card at 3 mana. Yeah, I agree. Pretty good card at 3 mana. It's not bad. Whoa, that's a ballsy pass. Well, that's fascinating. I guess I'm burning here. Okay. So we're just gonna need a way to deal with Scion. He's attacking even, so Scion can pre-develop into his 8 open attack, which makes us a little bit vulnerable to gold card, but that's okay. I think red carding this is pretty nice. We're not killing him on 7. We need to survive 1 turn on turn 8. Cheating out like 2 actions, I think is pretty important here, just to like keep our health high. I think this is the most important thing.
Deal me in.
Because like if he redevelops more, then we have more blockers. We just need to not let our health go into ranges where Scion kills it no matter what. We have high enough health that we can like block Scion for a single turn and then turn around and kill him on turn 9. Again, always be thinking about the turn sequences, like when you're going to kill them and when you need to therefore survive by, right? Like that will dictate a lot of your plays if you're playing well. Okay, so he's responding to this on the stack. He's cheating out an action, which is nice, and he's keeping his baboon alive. Very, very scary here, because he actually will be putting some amount of damage into this attack no matter what.
Time for the main event.
And here, I don't think there's really anything wrong with just taking a predict, especially since I have a repredict. There's no way for me to actually, like, you know, threaten this Draven with anything, so I'm just blocking everything down. How many Great Mothers is too many Great Mothers? I don't know if that's even possible. I mean, I'll take the 3rd Great Mother. All right, so yeah, we just have to stop maximum damage here, I think. There is no way around that. TF will actually level up pretty fast here, though. There's kind of a consideration of keeping TF alive. It's so risky, though. I think it's far too risky. Going down to 8 health against that deck is like a really bad thing. If we don't have any protection against the Scion, we lose no matter what, right? There's nothing we can do about that. I think I've got to be willing to let the TF go. My health is just too important. All right. So we've got the Great Mother on top. Here we want to predict with maximum odds. We've got Dreadway coming in on turn 7. If we want Dreadway that early. I think Dreadway on 7 we wouldn't really have. Yeah, I probably had to Dreadway on 7 instead of Great Mother. I shouldn't have predicted for Great Mother. I think I'll actually re-predict. I'll reshuffle and get something else. All right, Remembrance at 2 mana because of Glorious Evolution. I mean, Make It Rain with Dreadway will kind of just like slap though, right? I mean, isn't Make It Rain? I mean, what is Remembrance actually doing here? Like, isn't Make It Rain with Dreadway just better? Am I tripping? I think Make It Rain's a lot better here. Or I could go for a skip. But I think at this point, I just want to maximize my odds of like surviving the final turn. So I just want to draw blindly into this with something that can curve out with Dreadway, right? Radiant Guardian. TF works too. I wouldn't be able to play it this round though, right? Play Radiant this round. Playing Remembrance this round actually. Oh man, you guys are right. That was better. Because it actually would have been discounted to 0. Yeah, I could have done Preservarium and then Remembrance this round. That actually would have worked. That's true. Augment Landmark. Wait, why do landmarks get augment? So this is super weird because I'm deciding how much I want to send into spell mana right now. I don't think I can send too much. I might have to just use Hard Gun here if I actually want to play the Dreadway next turn. The fact that Dreadway like cost my entire mana pool here is so awkward though. It's really, really bad. I think the thing that makes the most sense is probably just to set up with like the Make It Rain keeping us alive. Yeah. So Hired Gun can attack the Draven if I wait until next turn. No, because this is a permanent buff. Yeah, I guess I'll just Hired Gun here. I just have to. This is so tight. This is so tight. This is actually super, super awkward if you play Scion next turn. And I think I probably can't play Dreadway here since I drew the Croaker. Like, the Make It Rain is still really nice because it gives you like a fast option to do something during the open attack. But we're just going to need to chain draw as much as possible. And just like, at this point, just hope that the spells bail us out. Oh, all right. I mean, hey, that's one way of doing it. So, I mean, if he develops Scion into the attacking turn, then we're always just good. Get Hearthstoned? Yeah, get Hearthstoned, kiddo. What the fuck? Alright, so the Scion comes down here, which is kind of necessary. I mean, basically the only way he could be good is if off of like an open attack. Alright. So he's gonna deal some amount of damage. If we use the Sky's Descent right now, we don't really have a way of punishing the other Scion. I mean, we can Ancient Prep and see what we're drawing. That can basically like change our play a little bit. It's a little bit weird. I have another blocker in. I mean, I can use it next turn after his rally and just like kill the Scion returned as well. If he goes for a rally next turn and survive. I think that's the best thing to do. Use it now and take 8 damage. I mean, I'm taking a ton of damage if I use it now. I'm dead to basically any Mystic or Get Excited hand. I mean, it's always Ancient Preparation first. Just Zillion here, right? But we're not drawing this right away. Oh man, this is so awkward. Yeah, the fact that we're not drawing this right away is kind of useless. All right. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. Like, the fact that he's getting the free rally here just kind of like means killing it doesn't really do anything. I think I basically have to use this right now, right?
Gay.
40 months.
And then just like
the sex number.
Tank it and hope he doesn't have Get Excited. It's really, really awkward. But yeah, it's so sad. We're so close to being able to do something here. Need his access? Yeah, I mean, I have to hope his hand is blanked, guys. Like, there's actually no other way to survive. We have one random top deck. These fucking landmark augments. All he needs is like Yeah, pretty much anything. So his hand should have it here.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Is this what counts as reward?
Mystic or get
Wow.
excited is just what he's looking for.
Time to make
I mean, I guess I'll deal some face damage. But we don't really have a great answer into the other Scion, right? Yeah, it's just the over-the-top burn spell. All right. Well, we even after all that, we still lost. Yeah. Well, this guy's just a good player. Actually, still lost. Delete the deck if we lose. It's okay, guys. It's okay. No. I'm sure this deck is still good, Copium. Delete the deck. Yeah, I actually do kind of have to. I did agree to delete it because we lost that game. All right, I'll delete all the Great Mother decks. I'll go further. I'll go further. We're deleting this Great Mother deck. We're deleting this Great Mother deck. Yeah, we can delete this Great Mother deck as well. Okay, all the Great Mother decks are gone. Actually, I think this one might also be a Great Mother deck, just in case. All right, guys, you're safe.